Okay, welcome to another vocabulary lesson. I'm going on holiday soon, so I decided to do travel and tourism. Okay, so we have four different types of holiday. You could choose self-catering, half-board, full-board, or all-inclusive. And this is talking about food. If you choose self-catering, you're going to cook your own food or go to restaurants. If you choose half board, then the hotel will provide you with breakfast and one other meal, usually dinner, I think. If you're full board, then you get every meal of the day, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And if you decide to go all inclusive, this is even more than full board, because very often your drinks are included in the price as well, as long as you choose a certain brand of beer or a certain brand of wine, then it's included in the price. Okay. Now, a package tour is not really talking about food, but more about transfer from the airport. It means that your hotel tickets are included, your flights are often included, and even transfer from the airport into the hotel is included. So the thing is all as a package. It's sold to you as a complete package. Okay, onto the hotel facilities, which you obviously check before you book, because you might want to be sure that there is a swimming pool, or you might want to be sure that there is a gym. There could be all sorts of different facilities at the hotel, and you will want to check them first. So remember this word. You can also use it for schools if you're checking the facilities in a school. Has it got a tennis court? Has it got different things? It means different places which can provide you with some kind of service. Okay, travel insurance or health insurance you may need to get before you go abroad. I think with a lot of people try and get some kind of insurance before they go on holiday in case the worst happens. Now, you'll first of all need to pack your suitcases, which I haven't done yet. You'll then need to weigh your suitcase, because on a lot of budget airlines, and a lot of airlines actually, not just budget ones, they will give you a limit for how heavy your suitcase can be. And so you may need to weigh your suitcase to check the weight. You also might wrap up your luggage at the airport. I see lots of people doing this now. I have never done it, but if you're worried about perhaps somebody tampering with your luggage on the route or taking something, or perhaps it's just for protection, you might just choose to wrap up your luggage in that cling film, that plastics kind of sheet which they use at the airport. Now, when you go to an airport, a lot of airports nowadays have several different terminals. So you need to find out, do you need to go to Terminal 1, Terminal 2, Terminal 3? If you're going to Heathrow Airport, which is a very big airport, I think there are 5 terminals now, and so you need to check which terminal your plane takes off from. Otherwise you might go to the wrong terminal. Okay, when you're booking, you can book 2 different kinds of seat. Well, maybe more than that actually, but you can book a window seat if you're next to the window, an aisle seat. Aisle is any corridor. It's not actually a corridor, it's a space between 2 rows of seats, and so you have an aisle in a church between the 2 rows of seats, and you have an aisle in an airplane between the 2 rows of seats, and you also have an aisle in a cinema actually, because it's also between 2 rows of seats. But you might choose an aisle seat, which means you want to be next to the aisle. Perhaps you want to be close to the toilet or something like that. Okay, a lot of people use budget airlines now, I think that's clear. You might need to cancel your booking, and if you cancel your booking you might need to pay a cancellation fee, some kind of penalty, which is you'll still spend something even though you've cancelled the tickets, and that's the price you pay for cancelling. Now, when you get to the airport, you need to often get a trolley for your baggage or luggage. Baggage and luggage are the same, they're synonymous. So get your trolley for your baggage, and then you may need to dash to the check-in desk because you're running late, perhaps. So when you get to the check-in desk, you'll hand in your luggage and you'll grab your boarding pass. And your boarding pass will allow you to head for the departure lounge, which is where you wait and often buy duty free, you buy souvenirs or something like this from the departure lounge. Or maybe you don't want to go shopping, you bought your own food, and so maybe you go straight to your gate. If you're lucky and you don't have any delays, like a 2-hour delay, you might go straight to gate 14, which is the number. This is where the airplanes actually take off from. They take off from different gates, and so you need to go to that gate and then hang around that gate and wait for them to start boarding the airplane. And that's another word which is probably a good one to remember: boarding. Oh, it's like boarding pass. Yeah, boarding. You board the airplane at a certain time, usually about 30 minutes before takeoff. Now, you need to declare your goods at customs on the other side. If you're bringing some kind of something into the country which must be declared at customs, then you need to go at customs, tell them, or you might get in a lot of trouble. So let customs know of anything which they need to know about. They may decide to check your luggage when you come through into a country. Someone might stop you and say, can we check your luggage? And usually the first question they ask you is, has anybody interfered or tampered with your luggage? Both of these are synonyms really here. And they're asking, has somebody touched your luggage? So if we find something that shouldn't be in there, you can just blame them. So they'll ask you that question straight away. Now, when you're on the other side, you also need to go to baggage reclaim, which is the place where you get your baggage back, where you get your suitcases, that long conveyor belt which goes round with your baggage on. Now, on the flight itself, there are aircrew working there to make sure you're comfortable, make sure you get your food as well, which is often included in the flight. So the flight attendant might push the food trolley, down the aisle. Okay, some collocations now. You might have a thirst for adventure, which means you love adventure. If you have itchy feet, it means you are desperate to go travelling, that you really want to travel from place to place. If you go trekking in the wilderness, we use the wilderness for meaning a place which is off the beaten track. Somewhere perhaps isolated, not near to other cities, perhaps somewhere which is a very unusual place to go on holiday or to go touring. Then the wilderness would obviously be the wild forests or mountains or somewhere like that. But this would still be off the beaten track. Okay, so you might also go sightseeing on holiday. You might go sunbathing. Hopefully you don't get sunburn, which is the pain that comes from burning yourself under the sun. You might decide to go for a paddle, which is like going swimming, but it sounds like you're not actually swimming with your arms. You're just putting your feet in the water and perhaps playing a game in the water, but that's going for a paddle. Okay, last one, a difficult journey, a tough, tiring journey, which is difficult for perhaps many different reasons. We would call this an arduous journey. It collocates very well with journey. Okay, I hope that's all clear. If you have any questions about this vocab or other travel vocab, please ask under the video and I'll try to answer all the questions that I can. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.